Welcome anyone to the Gaming Chamber Podcast, episode 53, I believe. Yes, 53.
Creeping up closer and closer to your age.
What?
Because you're 60.
Oh my god. I was like, I didn't understand
I
that for
60
some...
like 10 years ago.
Oh my god. I don't even know. Happy late Mother's Day to all our listeners. That was yesterday. I guess Mexican Mother's Day was on Saturday? Is that why?
Yeah, how do you not know that?
I'm not Mexican. I may be Hispanic, but I'm not Mexican. I'm an American. Like, born and bred here. I bleed red, white, and blue.
I don't know. You have lots of family. Maybe they also celebrate. I don't know. I just assumed you
I'm
would
going to
have
tell you right now, I don't care about my extended family. Okay, anyways, I am your host, Everett, a.k.a. Two Beasts to Kill You, a.k.a. The Beast with the Least. As you can hear, my co-hosts, Devin and JJ. Devin?
Hey, just a clarification. Is it the beast with the least penis? Is that what you're saying?
JJ! He's
Yeah,
like,
so what does that mean?
He's like, yeah, I knew you were going to be like, yeah, I second that. I want to know what that means. Oh my god. These are my hosts, everyone. My co-hosts.
Host.
You know, very timely to say that as a joke with the recent news or recent announcement from Xbox. But we'll get into that one later. Yes, we will. All right, so yeah, we're recording on a Monday. We didn't record yesterday, so this is going up a day late because yes, Mother's Day. Luckily, we're still gonna give you guys an episode for Mother's Day. Rest in peace to my mother, unfortunately, but you guys had good Mother's Day.
Yeah, didn't do
Yeah,
much.
it was pretty chill,
Just
man.
nice and
Pretty
chill.
Especially you guys, I know. Yeah, my two co-hosts were definitely going to be celebrating Mother's Day because, well,
JJ.
they didn't use
JJ and I
condoms.
like to both do it. Yep, do it.
I didn't know how to say it. I was like, should I just go for it? Yeah, they didn't. They decided to go bareback. Anyways, okay, so all right, so this past week, I think we had a pretty good amount of news. There's been some rumors, some leaks, some statements. For me, there was a specific that I didn't put in our little bullet points, but I'm going to talk about it for sure. Something that's fucking Destiny. It's about Destiny and motherfuckers, man. Like, I'm never going to... I can't quit them. I just can't. I can't. But yeah.
You just go to your Xbox and then uninstall.
I did uninstall Destiny 2.
And then you just never install again.
And I reinstalled it after they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna have a thing for the Edge of Fate. What, a few weeks back or whatever it was. I had reinstalled it, but I didn't play it. Oh, but I played a little bit.
So you're saying they're edging you?
Yes, they are. Yes. They're edging me right now. All right, so again, because we skipped because we didn't record yesterday, and we've been talking about Last of Us every week, but the previous week, we're not actually going to talk about yesterday's episode. We're only going to talk about last week's episode. We are going to save, because what is that, episode 5 from yesterday? We're going to save that talk for next week. I just want to put that out there because we are going to talk about Last of Us episode 4. I don't remember what it's called. And yeah. Before we get into all that, the news, Last of Us talk. How was your guys' week? JJ, play anything new? Play anything old?
No, I think it's supposed to be playing Oblivion, a little bit of the Fortnite event for the Star Wars. I think General Grievous comes out in a couple days, so I'm
try to play beat Oblivion before it becomes unplayable, right?
Yep, I'm trying to. I'm like a few quests before I complete the thieves quest line, and then I have to still rush through the fucking Fighters Guild, because then I have to do the main story and Shivering Isles, and that's it. So I want to try to at least try to beat that before Doom, so I can you know pre-install Doom and play that shit.
I actually went ahead and bought, like, spent the extra money for the premium edition of Doom.
You're gonna play that shit like what tonight?
Right now.
I
Yeah,
actually,
like 11
I
minutes.
I played it for like an hour earlier because it was at
Oh, it's
it was
weird. It's a weird one.
it was you could play it at 5 o'clock Pacific.
Like that weird worldwide shit.
Yeah.
one.
So at 5 o'clock, I booted it up, played it for about an hour. So yeah.
Nice, nice.
Devin, what about you? How was your past week in gaming and everything?
It's good. I think I'm just excited. I know it's a plays completely different, but played a little more Donkey Kong on the Switch of the Donkey Kong Country Returns. And then playing the Doom Dark Ages right now. And that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that's like on Game Pass, I played like a little bit of that too.
Is that fun? Because I wanted to download it, but then I saw it only had local co-op. So
Yeah, I mean it's
forget
only got local co-op. Like it's all right. It's just like a decent beat 'em up. Nothing really to write home about. But I mean, I'll keep playing it for a little bit longer and give it more of a shot. But right now, it just seems to just be like, okay, like beat 'em up game.
Yeah.
But like I said, I've only put about an hour in it, so I don't want to like judge it too harshly so far.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
But yeah, that's it for me.
As for me, yeah, I finished Oblivion. I got all the achievements. So like once I was done with that, I was like, okay, because like I said, it's been out for a few weeks now, whatever. Like that's all I was playing. I was like, I gotta finally like just finish this out, because I was doing like other things in it instead of just like the quest that you can get achievements for and all that. I started doing a bunch of stuff. I was like, nah, I gotta finish this out because I gotta play other games. And then there was that announcement by Xbox. So, like, I finished, of a certain game being re-released. So I said, okay, I finished out Oblivion. And then I started playing some Gears on the PC. I mainly started playing on the PC because of the different achievement lists. So, like, I've been unlocking some achievements on Gears of War Ultimate Edition PC. Played a little bit of Destiny, and then I played about an hour of Doom: The Dark Ages earlier today. So obviously not enough to really make a judgment, but if you like Doom, if you played at least Doom 2016, right? Yeah, 2016 and Doom Eternal.
Yeah, it seems to be more of the same so far, which is not a bad thing.
Well, one thing that I really did enjoy, or I've enjoyed that they've changed. I saw some people online where they didn't like the changes. They got rid of the glory kills. Now it's called glory hits or something like that. I'm in the camp that I actually enjoy that change, because I mean it still does the same thing. The glory hits or whatever they're called, like it's for ammo and health or whatever. But I really hated having to do them all the time to get that. And then it's like, oh, cool, he's ripping out his heart, or he's doing a chainsaw.
For the 30th time in like the last 10 seconds.
And you see the same animation over and over, and it takes like, 5 seconds to do. And it's just like, okay, can I just move forward now? I personally, in Eternal, was not a fan of the glory kill system. It looks cool. But yeah, like you said, once you've seen the same animations for the fucking bajillionth time, it's like, yeah, can I punch him really hard.
The animation!
Yeah, the animation! That's a yeah, that's a pull right there. Yeah, I like it better where it's just like, oh, he punches him really hard, or he kicks him really hard, and that's it. Yeah, and then it just moves on. It's like a split second and you move to next, shooting more enemies and all that stuff. But yeah, just gonna play more of that. Probably put out a review next week or
Yeah,
something.
you love putting out.
Yeah, I love putting out. Who doesn't love putting out? All right. You guys have anything you want to add, or you want to move into the Last of Us talk?
Last of Us talkie.
I'm gonna slither in, talk about Last of Us, please.
Wow. All right then. So, Last of Us episode 4. I don't know. I don't think I enjoyed the episode. I'll just start off right off the bat. I don't think I really enjoyed it. It was a setup, more setup. I mean, they get to Seattle and everything. Seattle, right? Yeah. But I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean, for me, yeah, it's a setup episode. It's weird how they changed it from. I mean, Ellie's like way more cool in this one about like Dina being pregnant. She's just like, I said the meme of like I'm not the stepdad. I'm like the dad that stepped up. Like in the game, when she finds out that Dina's pregnant, she's like, "What the fuck? Like, why didn't you tell me? Like I can't have you here."
You
Like,
know what? Actually, yeah. Before you continue, like I want to add in that's something that like, and even in yesterday's episode, it's been more apparent. I'm not liking the change that they did with Ellie. She seems too like nonchalant and like not as tortured about Joel's death as she was in the video game. Like she's just too happy. Like I know people are making, they're making fun of the joke. Yeah, like how you like, oh, I'm not the stepdad, I'm dad who stepped over. But like everyone's making fun of it. Like she's like, I'm gonna be a dad. They're making fun of it for the reasons that, or like hating on it for reasons that I'm hating on it. I'm hating on it for different reasons. She seems too like she's actually not like sad or depressed or tortured over anything. She's just like, oh, let's go on an adventure and have fun. But yeah, you mentioned that, and it's just like I'm just thinking that she doesn't seem. Dina seems more upset than Ellie does, and it's actually kind of pissing me off right now. Like even in episode 5 from yesterday's episode, like it's making me more angry at the show at how they're making her. But yeah, go ahead, keep going, Devin.
yeah, but yeah, so it just like it's okay to not have like like the Marvel humorification of it. Like it's okay to like keep it serious, like how it was in The Last of Us. Like you don't need to inject like lighthearted, like I'm gonna be a dad. Like I don't know, it just seems silly to me because I'm like, this you. I don't know. The reason people like the first season is because I don't know, pretty faithfully followed like the game, and like the first 2 episodes were really well received because it pretty faithfully followed the games, and like it. I don't know. Didn't now it seems like they're kind of like putting in like trying to like make it a little more like lighthearted for whatever reason. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it looks like they're doing. Like they're making it more lighthearted than the game, and it's
Like when you watch the game, like if you ever like turn the camera around and look at Ellie's face, like she's always
pissed
got
off.
like
Yeah,
she's got a scowl on her face every time. Like she's never like smiling really. Like so. We'll see. I think because was there 2 more episodes left this season?
is there supposed to be 8 episodes?
Oh, so this was episode 6. Oh yeah, so
we're on episode.
that
We
aired
just
yesterday.
had
This is
episode
4.
5.
Yeah, the new one that got yesterday came out was 5.
Yeah, the one we're talking about.
Oh,
Is
4.
Okay, so yeah, there's still 2 left of this season, so we'll see.
Is there only 8 episodes?
No, there's only 7.
I mean, there's gonna be 7 episodes.
Yeah.
I knew it was gonna be short.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
check it up while we're still talking about it. I just need to verify. That's very stupid if it's 7 episodes. You're right. 7 episodes.
I'm always right.
That is the first season had 9 episodes. Oh my god, dude, that's so stupid.
How long? When did season 1 air? Because you were probably looking it up.
January 15th, 2023.
So we had to wait over 2 years for 7 episodes.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, we get fucking actors like Pedro always doing shit. You know, like he's doing a lot of shit, so that's supposed to postpone a lot of things.
Yeah, but
Like
what?
him
You
doing
had to film
Antics
2
4.
episodes?
Well, there's probably a lot of black. Well, there's not really any flashbacks actually.
Well, yeah, but it's like
no,
he hasn't. I mean,
Spoiler alert
he's not
for
gonna-
the 6th episode. They're gonna do a flashback episode, so.
yeah, but so it's like he had to film. Like, even if you say he had to film 4 to 7 episodes, he's in it. Like that's not that much. Mandalorian, he does all the voiceover work. He doesn't actually. He's not in the armor.
I mean, if he's
That's
in,
really-
if he's not
Yeah,
in
it's, like,
episode
easier
7,
to film.
he's in 3 of the 7 episodes.
I know, exactly. I'm saying like max 4, and then like Mandalorian, he's only doing the voice. Really now, he doesn't do.
maybe the movie once the movie comes out, but still.
Well, yeah.
that's
I mean,
no
I don't
different
know.
thing
I
than
wouldn't.
compared to
I
a
would just
show.
be like, nah, I'm busy. I'll just do the voice because it doesn't matter. Like, why would I? If I don't have to be in the suit, like, fuck it. Let someone else
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, because he's gonna be. He's obviously he's Mr. Fantastic, so he's gonna be doing
Spoiler alert.
like. But
You know what? I should.
like he's gonna
I
be
should.
doing it.
Yeah. Okay, let me hit the big, I guess, events or not events, but the big things that happen in the episode. So they get to Seattle, obviously, and they're going along. They see more of you get more of the what was happening between the Scars and the Wolves.
Josh
Episode-
Peck dies.
Huh?
Josh Peck dies.
Episode 4 is the one that
How great would it have been
has
if Josh and Drake and Josh were in there?
The grenade, they throw the grenade.
Episode
Mate.
4 was the one, but episode 4 is they show the guy, the leader of the WLF torturing.
Isaac? Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
they show.
correct.
Yeah, so I like that scene. Like that actor is very good. Like if you ever watch,
I mean, yeah, he was
Westworld,
the guy who played Isaac in the.
he actually voiced
so.
him in the game. But I mean, if you ever watched that actor in Westworld or the Batman movie, he's a good.
Yeah,
actor.
he's a good
a really
actor.
good actor.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I like him.
That boy can act. That boy can act.
I don't know if you want to say that exactly.
That's
but...
true.
You're
I'm not saying it like.
like, I'm not
No,
saying it like
like
that.
Racist way.
I'm
Not
saying
in
it
a
like
racist
that
way.
boy can fucking act, man. He's not a boy. He's a fucking man, though. God damn, he
See,
can
yeah,
act.
you're seeing some of him. You're getting some of him, which was pretty good. Dina finds out that Allie's immune, which was actually a pretty good way. Like, because I think in the game she just kind of tells her. I don't remember.
Yeah, because in the subway. In the
Yeah.
subway, her mask is broken. Because all shit was hitting the fan. She's like, oh my god, let's share the mask. And then she's like, no, I'm immune.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So in this, like, in the show, they just had her like, oh, Dina's about to they're getting attacked by infected. Dina's about to get bit, and so Allie puts her arm in front of the infected and then gets bit. So they had a whole, the whole tense scene where like Dina's like, oh, I'm gonna have to shoot you now. You're infected, and Allie like, no, watch, just wait a bit, and then you're all good. Then once that happens, then like, yeah, Dina tells her she's pregnant. Yeah, they had hints of that in previous episodes, but they confirmed it in this episode. And then they had sex with their dirty fingers, finger banging each
Hell
other.
yeah, brother.
No, she wasn't infected. She's infected now.
The one thing when they started doing that, I was like, is she fingering her with the arm that she got bit on? Because what if the blood gets in there? I don't remember which arm she was using. So
Yeah.
That's kind of weird. The one that actually surprised me was just this torture scene, and I was like, okay. And then I see, it's a penis. So it's like, I was not expecting that shit.
oh, I know, huh? I was like, that's a penis.
You're like, butt ass naked dude, just cocking balls out, and it was
Just
like,
right there.
yeah, watching the living room, just like, oh shit.
And Everett probably paused there, what, what we say, 10 times.
Damn,
10?
like the episode was like fucking 2 hours, dude. It's crazy.
I was like, why is this episode 3 hours long? Yeah, so I mean, those are like the biggest things, and then they see where they're gonna go to keep continuing looking for Abby and her crew, and that's where the episode ends with them like, okay, yeah, we're gonna go. I mean, Allie, I guess, said, hey, Dina, you can get the fuck out. That's one thing too. Yeah, Allie wasn't as upset about Dina being pregnant. She was just like, whoa, you're pregnant, and then just kind of moved on and did the whole like, oh, I'm gonna be a dad, and you know, it was a little it was too goofy. Yeah, because like in the game, she's just like, you're fucking pregnant? Are you fucking kidding me? Get the fuck out of here, blah, 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 blah. She was like pissed off. In the show, like, it was just like, you're pregnant? What? I'm going to be a dad? Wow, that's crazy. Wow, that's so crazy. But yeah, it was just,
Yeah, but she's been telling when they were about to go to Nora, right, where she's at. She did tell her to stay back and stuff, but you know, she's like, no, we do this together.
What minor spoilers for episode 5? But if you watch like the preview, they show this scene or whatever. So I don't care about that, about saying it or like spoiling it, quote unquote, or whatever. Is that like, I hate that she was just like, she does tell Dina like, you know, to go back or whatever, stay back, and Dina was like, no, I'm with you to the end. And so they're like, yeah, they accept that. Then they hold hands or whatever to end the episode. But in the next episode, then Dina's like, if you want me to go back, I'll go back. It's like, didn't we just do this? I don't know.
I said, I'll go back if you want me to. That's chill.
It's like we just had this interaction. Why are they doing it again? Yeah, I don't know. Episode 4 was just, I don't know. There was some stuff here and there that I did like. I liked when they're running away from the WLF soldiers and they get attacked by infected. That was a good scene. Usually when there's infected involved, that's going to be a good scene because, you know, in these types of shows, yeah. I liked the scene with Isaac torturing the Seraphite.
The penis.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, you know, but yeah, no, I like that scene because, you know, you're trying to, because in the game, he just is there. He shows up every so often, but doesn't do anything besides like talking. This made him more intimidating, like to show that he's an intimidating figure.
with the flashback scene too.
Oh yeah. That scene was good too, where he's just like, oh, so you're so and so, okay, cool. And he just goes back and throws the grenade, and then the guy's just like, that other soldier, he's like, hey, so what's your choice? You better make the right one, motherfucker. I like that they show him later on, and he's just like,
yeah,
they're fucking animals, like, and he looks like just like, oh yeah, he's drinking the Kool-Aid. But yeah, but other than that, dude, yeah, like, I'm not upset the way that other people are getting upset.
He was disappointed.
Yeah. But the way like other people are getting upset at the episode, like, oh, why'd they have sex? I'm like, they had sex in the video game. It was at a different point in the video game. It kind of doesn't make sense the way they did it in the show, but it also does make sense. It doesn't make sense that like they're gonna do this while she's actively on the hunt for Abby and her crew. But the way where it's like, oh, Dina clearly obviously thought Allie was gone and everything. It's that like, oh my god, I thought you were dead, I love you kind of stuff. And yeah, you know, said like, I have to show you I care about you kind of stuff. But yeah, and then again, I think they're just, I just think they're making Allie too like, yeah, you said it. You said it best, Evan. Like, it's, you know, that yeah, they want to put in some of those like more lighthearted moments, or whatever. But it's maybe a little too lighthearted with what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know, Neil Druckmann. I don't know, man. Like, that dude has been bad for the Naughty Dog stuff. That's why I'm not. What is it called? Intergalactic? That new game that they're gonna have. I'm
Yeah.
just not excited about. Because like when you look at the games where he's the head writer, like the head guy, those could be considered like the worst games that they've, story wise that they've had. Of course, you're gonna have the like Naughty Dog fanboys that are like, no, this is all masterpiece. But like, if you actually look at it objectively, Amy Hennig was like their best writer. She did like the first 3 Uncharted games. I don't remember the name of the guy who did the first Last of Us. Neil Druckmann was part of he wrote part of it too. He was one of the writers, but there was another person who was like he did the heavy lifting for the story. And you could tell that Neil Druckmann, because he's Uncharted 4 and Last of Us 2, and he's obviously gonna do Intergalactic. I don't remember who the writer for what's that Uncharted game called?
Lost Legacies?
Lost Legacy. Yeah. I don't remember who did that, but it wasn't Neil Druckmann. Neil Druckmann does, I don't know, he does too much. He injects too much of his own, like, his beliefs and everything into the game. You can tell he's trying to add that more than like just trying to focus on making a good story. Especially like in, he's doing writing for the show. Like they had to add in stuff like there was like the Pride stuff. And they had to be like, oh, maybe these people were just ahead of their time. Or I forgot what was the line. But it's like, we know what you're doing. Like, don't do that. Just write the fucking story. Or like with Ellie saying like, I'm going to be a dad. Like, you're trying to be like progressive instead of just being like, oh, I'm going to be a mother. Just say that. Like, yeah, they're lesbians. Cool. But he ruins his stories with some of the shit that he wants to put in. And he's doing it right now. With some of the changes too to Ellie, and it's just in the show, but I don't know. JJ, we haven't got much on your thoughts. Like what else are you for the episode 4?
Honestly, like you guys were saying, like they're. I was even saying it to Riley here. That they've been changing a lot of stuff now. Like I felt like season 1 was just a few things here and there. I think like. When they did change, it was more like they added some stuff to fill in some holes, like the Joel's friend, like that whole episode, like that was pretty, like oh okay, that's cool, really good, well done episode. But this one's just like changing so much little shit here and there. It's just kind of like why?
Well, it's weird too because like when they did change stuff in season 1, it was clearly like to streamline things just to make the story flow a little bit better. And then it seemed like they were even kind of not to streamline it or make the story flow better, but like when they were making changes in this season, it seemed like it was changes that like, oh, this fits better for the
it's like
story.
a do-over, right?
Yeah. Like, with like, oh, Dina yells out Joel's name, so that's how Abby finds out that, oh, this is Joel. Like, she already knew that she was looking for someone named Joel, but, she didn't know where or what or whatever. Instead of just... Because that was one of the things that people were complaining about in Last of Us Part 2, is that he just was like, yeah, I'm Joel. What's up, guys? And then that's it. This is more of a, like, oh, yeah, okay. He didn't, like, give up his... that's someone else saying, Joel, we gotta get out of here. But... It looked like they were making changes that like, oh yeah, to make the story better, but now they're, yeah. Some of the changes they've done have seemed like they've are ruining the season. Which now I'm like, fuck, maybe IGN was right
with the character. Well, they weren't right about episode 2. Episode 2 fucking ruled.
Well, no. I mean, they gave like the season. Before the season came out, it got like a 6, I think. Something like that. No, they weren't right about episodes. Like they gave episode 2 a 6, right? That's what it was?
Yeah.
And then they gave this episode that we're talking about a 9. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? The most bombastic episode with so much going on and like some of the biggest things that happened in the season so far, you're going to give a 6. But this one where it's just like, not a lot happened. There was like one, I'm forgetting what you call it, a set piece. There was one set piece that didn't last very long. And it's like, oh, but this one's a 9. No, but I know when it came to their season review, I'm like, fuck, baby, because the season after episode 2, I'm just like, especially, I watched episode 5 yesterday, and spoiler alert for when we talk about it next week, I didn't enjoy episode 5. I'm not enjoying the season. It's not been good, and I don't know. Maybe I'm being unfair because I didn't enjoy the video game, part 2. So maybe that doesn't help. But like, I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going with this. I'm just not enjoying the season so far. After episode 2, it's just not been an enjoyable watch.
Yeah, I think we can move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Okay. Let's move to the news. All right, so because this is obviously just me, you guys aren't going to have anything to talk about this. We'll do the Bungie stuff, or well, the Destiny 2 stuff. So, Bungie had a live stream for the, I guess it's called the Year of Prophecy. And in it, they're going to have 2 expansions. There's going to be the Edge of Fate, which is dealing with a faction in the Destiny lore called the Nine. It's your standard Destiny 2 stuff. Cool. I was ready for that. The thing that I'm more excited about that's going to come out later this year is the Renegades expansion that they announced, which is going to be Star Wars themed. Now, they've had stuff since then. They said it's not like set in the Star Wars universe, or it's not Star Wars set in the Destiny universe, but it is like paying homage to Star Wars. I mean, I don't know if you guys, I'm pretty sure you guys didn't see like the teaser for Renegades. Like they show Han Solo's blaster, I think it was the Titan holding it, and then the Warlock when they do the little action shot of all 3 Guardians, the different classes, the Warlock's holding a lightsaber, and it looks, it looks like it's set on a desert planet and all that stuff. So,
I think I've seen a bit of it. Of course, Star Wars related. I checked it out. So your boy might be downloading some Destiny 2 to be a little, per se, delusional to play the game.
I mean, if you're gonna play it
later.
If you're gonna play some Destiny 2, I can shepherd you along to get you at a good enough level. Then when Renegades comes out, we can play. I'm completely.
The thing is, I hate because I want to be General Grievous, so like I have to be a fucking hunter.
You have to be a hunter, right? Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think the hunter class would suit you better. I thought that was the class that you'd want to choose. Because
that was the warlock.
I'm very surprised that you're not a hunter. Like that you wouldn't just want to choose
day
to be a hunter.
Day 1 of Destiny.
I've been Warlock since day 1.
I don't know, but yeah. I guess most likely will be playing a hunter this time and play as General Grievous. That's the only reason why I play Destiny 2.
So I mean, okay, to get those skins, if you
just have to pre-order it, that's it.
Well, no, you have to pre-order the $100 edition. But you
just said you have to pre-order anyway.
Oh. But if you pre-order the $100 edition, you get. Man, let me see.
I'm already sold.
I'm already sold.
Skin, bro. I would have paid $100 for the skins with the game and expansion.
Yeah, you get both expansions. That's the thing. That's the thing I'm actually enjoying. So I think they're like, okay, we got to get fans back. We got to get people back. Obviously, a Star Wars thing is probably going to help a lot with doing that. But if you pre-order the $100 edition, to get the Year of Prophecy. It comes with both expansions, and yeah, the aforementioned skins, and then an old gun renamed from No Land Beyond to it's called now New Land Beyond. It's a sniper. It was super popular back in Destiny 1.
When does it come out? When does it come out? The expansion?
The expansion? The first one, Edge of Fate. Let me see. So Edge of Fate comes out on July 15th. And Renegades.
Dude, July's gonna be fucking stacked with this shit, bro.
I know, right?
Like movies and games. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
September 9th. Wait, no. Oh, no, that's a major update. Ash and Iron. With the second expansion of the year Renegades. December 2nd. That's when Renegades goes live. And then finally, March 3rd sees the Shadow and Order major update. So they're going to have 2 major updates. 2 expansions. New raids, dungeons. Their season pass and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't pre-ordered it yet. Because I don't remember if it charges you right away for pre-ordering the $100 edition or if it waits to charge you.
I'm assuming it charges you, right? Because you're getting...
Well, because it says pre-order. So? And I want to say it does wait to charge you because I think it did that when I pre-ordered the $100 edition for Final Shape. But I don't remember because that happened like a year and a half ago when I pre-ordered it. So yeah, I'm not remembering if it charged me right away or not.
Well, I'm excited. I'll play it. I'll play with you. So.
Yeah. As soon as I don't know. I'm probably gonna next paycheck probably actually pre-order it. If it ends up charging me $100, it charges me. But yeah, like I said, yeah, I uninstalled the game. I legit uninstalled the game. I was like, you know what, I'm good. We did our Light and Darkness saga, blah blah blah. But I'm a Destiny 2 guy. Like, I'm gonna keep playing until the wheels fall off of that fucking game. Like, I know that, yeah, you guys are not Destiny fans, but like, it is my game. We all have our game that, like, we may hate it, but we keep playing it. JJ has his, League of Legends. Is that what the game we were saying?
League of Legends.
I fucking hate this game, but fuck, we're gonna keep playing it. Fuck, it seems like you're like that with Gears as well.
Yeah.
I don't have any game that's like that.
I think it's because
I have standards.
No, it's not even that, dude. You definitely don't. But I think the reason
It's true, you're my friend, so.
Huh?
Huh? I said, yeah, I don't have standards. You're my friend, so.
No, I think the reason you don't suffer from that is because look at the ratio of, like, multiplayer to single player games for you. Like, I've noticed you play more single player games than you would play multiplayer games. And even though me and JJ do play single player games, look at, like, the games that we tend to talk about more when we're, he plays, he's played a lot of League of Legends, which is a multiplayer game. He plays World of Warcraft. It's a multiplayer game, Games where there's other players involved. So there's changes constantly made that may not be popular, or things that, are just added that we necessarily may not like, but they're clearly adding it for a reason. And just, it's a multiplayer, when there is a multiplayer component, not everything is going to be something that everyone likes. A single player game can be like, okay, well, this is what it is, and you either like it or you don't like it. And if you don't like it, you're not going to play it. But once you fucking invest into a game like World of Warcraft or Destiny or League of Legends. Shit, like you're not
you guys
really
are a sucker for microtransactions. Then.
That's the other thing too. Me and JJ are we're the me and JJ are the multiplayer, like the multiplayer component guys, and especially like live service stuff. You jangle some fucking shiny
Yeah,
keys
that's
in
the
front
thing.
of us.
You guys aren't the multiplayer guys. You guys are the live service. You guys enjoy
The live service. We'll say
games.
the live service stuff, because you put some cool shit in a game. Yeah, we're a little shameless about it. Like how many times
I'm a slut for cool shit, bro. Fuck it.
Yeah, you put a cool skin, you put a cool whatever in this live service game. Yeah, we're slut for it. We want that, and especially if it's
What
like,
do you think I'm playing Fortnite, bro? I'm playing fucking Fortnite for fuck's sake, bro.
yeah,
Just for Jenna Grievous. That's all I give a shit about.
No,
or
you're
like,
playing for Sabrina Carpenter. We know that.
I already got her skin
and
by the way.
and just he's lucky that he likes Marvel Rivals. But remember when you're like, I gotta get that Venom twerk emote.
Well, it was free, but. Yeah.
But like you're like, I have to get this. That's the thing. Maybe it's not necessarily multiplayer. It's the live service component, especially the like the FOMO stuff, fear of missing out.
Yeah, you don't need a dude. What are you, 900 years old? You don't have to fucking spell out FOMO.
Anyways, the FOMO stuff, like for me and JJ, like me and him definitely have that, like, oh, they're gonna have this cool thing, we really want it, and if they're like, hey, but you don't have forever to get it, you need to get it right now, or else it's gone. It's like, fine, fuck, I'll play your game, fuck. Yeah, I mean that's just me and JJ. Like nothing can be done about it, man. We like cool stuff. As JJ said, we're sluts for cool stuff like that. You put Star Wars shit in anything, yeah. Like,
It's true. It's true.
look, JJ doesn't like Destiny, but they're adding Star Wars
No one
stuff.
likes Destiny.
But they're adding Star Wars stuff, so he's like, all right, fine, I guess. Like you said, like he said right now, he doesn't play Fortnite like that or whatever, but he wants General Grievous, so he's gonna play Fortnite. I don't know, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm a Destiny fan already as it is, but I'm excited for that. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's move to the next thing. I want to add this in. We're probably not going to spend too much time. So the FTC, what is it? Federal Trade Commission? That's what it stands for? Yeah, that. They've officially lost I think it's their second appeal against Microsoft for the Activision purchase. I believe I want to say it is their second appeal. So that's it. Like, it's done. There's no way for it to be reversed. There's no way to get it like canceled or whatever you want to call. This is it. No one's gonna be able to fight this ever again.
Nope.
Even though they've officially owned them, obviously, for I don't know how long. This like seals it completely. So good for Microsoft. I mean, good for us.
Yeah, good for everybody. Just to get this. I mean, like this, just like it's just get it over with. Like, and Microsoft is already like they're not being crappy with their properties, like the Activision properties. Like they've already, and then like I don't know, like Xbox isn't hoarding any of their exclusives anymore. So like, what do you care? Like this
we'll
is
get
not
into that.
like
later.
This is not like they're hoarding any exclusives or keeping you guys from doing anything. Like, there's literally no reason to like even care at this point because, yeah, like Xbox is just like buy our software. That's where we make our most money. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'll be right back. Sorry, something came up.
Okay, you're good.
Wiener.
Yeah. No, yeah, like that was the thing. Yeah, obviously that was like it did kind of come off weird the way the FTC was fighting it so hard. And then there was like that remark like, "Oh, one of them said something about like I want to be able to turn on my PlayStation and play the Activision games." So it was just kind of a weird thing. But obviously, as you see, like, you know, Call of Duty's still the latest one. Black Ops 6 released on PlayStation.
Indiana Jones released on PlayStation.
Well, that's
Forza
Bethesda,
on
but
PlayStation.
that's Bethesda, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I know. But I'm just saying, like, all these first-party Microsoft games, like, they're all coming out. Don't worry, your pretty little heads.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that when we talk about the bigger release that they're gonna have. But also, like, to add to this whole, like, with the Activision stuff, it's come out that the Black Ops 6 is now their highest grossing title for Activision / I guess Xbox now. Black Ops 6 is making I mean, you know, it makes sense. You know, games are $70 now. Or, well, fuck, they're going to be 80 soon. And Black Ops 6 seemed like everyone was a lot more excited for this Call of Duty title in a while. And, you know.
I'm back, by the way.
Oh, cool.
Sorry.
So, I mean, it makes sense that Black Ops 6 is now the highest grossing title for them. But yeah, the FTC... I mean, it was stupid when they were like, we're going to appeal this. It never seemed like they were going to win anyway, the appeal. It just seemed like they were just dragging this out for no fucking reason. And yeah. It's done.
Thank God.
I mean, fuck, right? Yeah, like...
I mean, how many hours of lawyers putting all this time and effort in? It's just like, just fucking end it.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah. I don't. JJ. Yeah, you had left for a little bit, so we didn't. What are your just thoughts on? It's over with the FTC. Like, what do you think?
Well, I guess, you know, sucks to lose, bro. You know, Microsoft's OP, bro. You know, if you're gonna go for the king, aim for the head. You know, like the Anis would say.
You aim for the king, you best not miss, son. All right. Let's go ahead and move to the next thing. Oh, you know what? I actually want to talk about this before the EA stuff, or the EA little thing. Or actually, you guys want to talk about game pricing first before this PlayStation thing?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Sounds good, man. Sounds
All right.
good,
So,
man.
I'm pretty sure this is gonna get into a wider conversation about game pricing. But EA's come out and says that there's no plans to increase their game prices. So I guess they're gonna remain $70 for now. But like I just said, for now, I think they're going to increase them at some point. They're just not doing it right now. I think they're seeing the backlash that it's getting, and they're just gonna wait. Once the anger has died down a little bit, then they're gonna be like, hey, yeah, we have to raise our prices too. Like, it's fucking Electronic Arts. Like, come on, get the fuck out of here.
Well, yeah, and I mean, yeah, you don't have to raise prices when you're just fucking reskinning Madden every year. Like, okay,
right?
FIFA, like, yeah, it's pretty easy not to fucking raise prices.
Like, these people are already buying the $60 game, the same thing over and over every year, man.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, the reason I also wanted to bring it up too with them, like, there's been a lot of talk with, like, game prices. Xbox recently announcing that this holiday season their games are going to be $80. Nintendo releasing their games for $80. But then you get on the other side, there's been some games that have come out recently that are not $80. They're releasing for cheaper. The Elder Scrolls Oblivion remaster was $50, right? There was that Clair Obscur game recently that released. That was, I think, $40 or $50. And then what is it? Mafia: The Old Country. That they just recently had like a. Was it a live stream or it was just a trailer they released?
Pretty sure it's just a trailer.
So yeah, they just recently released a trailer. That game's coming out August 8th, but it's gonna cost $50.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, but back on the expensive side, there was Randy Pitchford, the CEO for Gearbox, during PAX East. He said that Borderlands 4 quote unquote might be the new price that Nintendo and Microsoft have led with. So $80. Borderlands 4 is looking to be $80. So yeah, we're getting a lot of, variations of, not variations, but we're getting a couple variations on prices. And so yeah, the talk has become obviously against $80. And then when you have games that are releasing for $50, especially like Oblivion Remastered, it releasing for $50 was like hey, why can't this be the norm? Games releasing for a little bit cheaper.
Xbox got so much goodwill when Clair Obscur and Elder Scrolls came out, and then immediately after they're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, we're raising prices to $80." Like, god damn, guys, read the room.
Yeah, I mean, but honestly, the thing is, do you think they could have dropped that announcement at any point and it would have been accepted? Or just reasonably taken well enough? No. I
might have been better to do it. Maybe, I don't know.
Honestly, it probably was best to just say it they just had Oblivion Remastered come out and Clair Obscur being received well, and it's a game day one on Game Pass. Maybe it was probably best after those two games to come out to then say hey, unfortunately we're raising the prices for our consoles and games. Because if you say that after, I don't know, a couple months from now, and or a month before the holiday releases start coming out, hey, yeah, so these games are going to be $80. I think it would be, the anger for it would be a lot worse, and probably could cost them some sales.
Yeah. But again, I mean, I don't know. Xbox raising their prices doesn't really affect us until they raise Game Pass prices.
True.
Oh no, you raised the price to $80. It's okay. Whatever.
Yeah, the thing is, I've seen a lot of discourse online about this and everything, and you got the people that are obviously angry about it, which makes sense, but you just have the people on the other side too that are just what are you gonna do about it? Because it's something I'll reiterate now as a wider thing for gaming, and actually just in general, that I was talking about when it comes to Nintendo. But it's just it doesn't matter that people online are angry about the prices, because the general consumer is just going to be fuck, that sucks. Yeah, give me that, I'm gonna buy it anyway. How much anger was online, that we were seeing and everything, when Nintendo was coming out with oh yeah, it's going to cost this much, and blah, 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 blah. And yet, once those pre-orders hit for the Switch 2, websites were crashing and you couldn't get, it was very hard to get a pre-order. So I mean,
maybe for you guys.
Well, but I mean, it was you, right, JJ? You shared that meme or whatever, like the people who were complaining about the pricing of the console and the games and everything. Like as soon as the pre-orders opened up, they were fucking. It was a crowd coming through the gates.
Yeah.
So like even the people that complain about these things, like, are going to pay the prices.
They need to play the next Legend of Zelda game, like.
That's why, like, when I was saying, like, yeah, I don't like these prices. I don't like that I'm gonna have to pay $80 for the next, Legend of Zelda game, or whatever, or whatnot. And the price that I'm thinking is gonna happen for the next Xbox is probably gonna be like $600 for the base Xbox Series X Next or whatever, Series X2 or whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to want to pay $600 for the next Xbox, but I'm going to do it because I'm going to want the next Xbox or the next PlayStation.
Tell me you're broke boy without telling me you're a broke boy.
But like, I'm going to have to do it because I want the next thing. And people are going to, there's nothing I can do about it because I'm just one guy. And the people who talk about, like, no, there has to be change, speak with, vote with your wallet. They're not going to vote with their wallet. They're going to buy it too. Like, there was a video I was watching about, like, some dude was talking shit about, like, these people, who were talking crap about the whole, like, how it, quote unquote expensive it is to them. But he was specifically talking about, like, one YouTuber who was talking a lot of shit about the prices. And then, like, he went and got, like, 2 or 3 pre-orders of the Switch 2. So he was angry about how expensive the console is, but then went and, like, he had to make sure he pre-ordered, like, 2 or 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Because he had to make sure he had one, and one for his girlfriend or whatever it was, and one just to make sure or whatever. And it's like, yeah. Yeah. I mean, maybe we're heading into a point too where there's going to be, obviously games are going to be $80.
I've said this. Yeah, it's the games being the price they're at. That's the part that's like it's frustrating because it's like the $70 uptick in price just barely happened. Like, you can't tell me, especially with Nintendo games, like, come on, guys. It's like $80, $90. Like, that's the part. Like, consoles getting more expensive, I'm fine with that. Because these console makers, like, people can break these things down by the specs. They're like, yeah, they cost this much to make. And I really truly believe, like, the Switch 2 probably costs, like, all in all, like, $400 to $500, like $400 to $450 to actually, like, make the dang thing. So, like, I don't really give a shit about being the console being the price it is. It's the games that I'm just like, God, why do I gotta pay if I didn't get the Mario Kart bundle? Like, why am I paying $80, $90 for this? This is fucking insane.
Yeah, it's just fucking crazy. I feel like if you didn't buy the bundle, you're just pissing away $40 bucks, on top of it. Well, I guess 90 because thing, but like, it's just I guess 80. Sorry, it's just dumb not to do it, bro.
I know, but like, there's not gonna be a bundle to have. Like, you're gonna be paying $90 for the next Legend of Zelda game. Like, for the next Tears of the Kingdom DLC.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. We'll like I was about to say.
You can't tell me they're not going to charge you $90 for, like, a physical edition of the next Legend of Zelda. They're going to charge you that for Mario Kart. They're going to charge you that.
Oh no, they probably will. Like, it seems like Nintendo's going to be more egregious about it. But like I was starting to say,
Nintendo's in their greed era.
So like I was
real.
Again, So the thing I was about to say is that I think we're probably going to head into a point now where maybe we are going to get back to where it was like maybe it was like 15-ish years ago, 10, 15 years ago, more 15 years ago, where we had like AA games, so like smaller scale games that weren't as expensive. Because yeah, like I said, there's that Mafia, the old country game. It's going to be $50. But yeah, it's supposed to be like, it's not going to be an open world game like, I don't know, was Mafia 3 open world?
I think so. Yeah, it was.
So yeah, they're just going to, they said it's going to be
more
linear.
like Mafia 1.
Yeah.
It's like linear, yeah.
So maybe we're going to start getting to a point now where obviously the big AAA games are going to be $80. Nintendo probably $90 for the physical version of it. But that we're also going to get like games that are this one's just $50 because it's not as big. Like Borderlands 4 is $80, but they've had smaller games before, like Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. So if maybe they did another one like that where it's like, oh well, this isn't as big, so it's $60 or $50. But I don't know, that maybe that's just hope on my end, but yeah.
No, that's cope.
Let's cope. I don't know. We'll see though.
Yeah, it won't be, I don't know. Because there are going to be like the third-party developers like Mafia, like 2K, that are going to release some games at lower prices. But, if Randy Pitcher is already coming out and saying, like, yeah, it's going to be like new price, like, I can't imagine they'll just be releasing new games. Unless it is really just like a really small-scale game.
I shudder to think how much expansions are going to cost now.
Yeah. A lot.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and move to this. Let's move to the next thing. PlayStation is forming a new development team, Team LFG.
Cringe.
I know, Team Let's fucking go.
Oh, I hate that term. It feels like everybody uses it now. Everything.
Yeah.
So they originated at Bungie, and so I guess it's made up of Bungie members that are now just their own thing in the.
So the game's gonna be trash.
Yeah, well, they're making a. This is a statement from them. "Quote unquote, our first game is a team-based action game that draws inspiration from fighting games, platformers, MOBAs, life sims, and frog-type games."
Frog?
Yeah, I don't know what they mean by frog-type games.
Me as a troll.
For real, dude. For real. This is make a fucking MOBA, a fucking Halo from Wish. Fuck it.
Here's the thing. So it's made up of obviously like Bungie members that like now are just Team LFG, within PlayStation. They're making a live service game. That's obviously what this is. It's a live service game, or I think they even said it's a live service game. We just had Concord fucking just absolutely
be trash.
Like, sputter out of existence. Not only that, but like Bungie had the alpha for oh my god, I'm forgetting what their extraction shooter's called. Marathon, and it's not being received well at all. That's another live service game that they're gonna have. Do they really want to have another studio like make another live service game? Like they're batting zero here so far with their live service stuff.
Well, and they canceled their Last of Us live service game.
And another one too. A Twisted Metal live service game that they were gonna have.
Yeah.
So
And it's like I sent that one reel in our Instagram chat where it's just like Sony like talking about like all these like it's from The Last of Us one where they're arguing and it's got the IPs, it's got Infamous, and then I forget the other one was, but then it was like Resistance just like hanging, like the dead body that's just hanging in The Last of Us one.
Oh, it was Killzone. I think it was Killzone and Infamous, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Killzone Infamous, and then Resistance is just like being hung, and it's just like, god damn. Like, can you guys please just
Honestly, that'd
stop?
be pretty tight, bro. Like a Resistance
Like,
one, dude. Be sick.
that's the thing is like if Sony was like, you know what, we're gonna do a bunch of remakes and remasters of just like all these old games. Like, we're gonna give you a Resistance trilogy remastered. We're gonna give you Sly Cooper remastered trilogy. We're gonna give you an Infamous remastered trilogy. Like, people would lose their minds. Like, those would be fucking great games to play. But like, no, we get Last of Us, and then we're getting Cringe Studio left. Let's fucking go.
I know that's such a like really Team LFG. That'd be like if
It's because like that's like Tom Brady's thing that he would be like, "Let's fucking go." He'd like run on the tunnel and say that. I'm like, "What did Tom Brady fucking make this studio? Like, this is."
But or it'd be like if
Kinda.
if we made a joke like game studio and it's called
Sniper's Mom.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's called Sniper's Mom, Productions, or like, Everett's Old Studios or whatever. Like you're using a joke as the name for your fucking studio. Like really? It's yeah.
Well, and it's not even like a clue to like what the live service game. Like if there was like how like with Coalition, like you're like, oh, that's the gear. It's like it's kind of like an homage. Like if it was like a Last of Us, like we started a new studio, Cordyceps Studio, you'd be like, oh fuck, that's pretty sweet. Like,
or like
they're gonna make a Last
I
of Us
don't know, Cordyceps. They probably call it like Firefly Studios, if they. But
yeah,
like this is just this is just gonna deal with Last of Us.
Yeah, like Naughty Dog, like they're busy doing their own things, but we want like a Last of Us game to be made. So like we made
like this is
studio.
Team Firefly, and they're doing the Last of Us Part 3 and also a Last of Us, multiplayer game or whatever. Yeah, but something like that makes sense. Yeah, Team LFG, and especially too with their whole like frog type games, life sims, MOBAs, platformers. It's taking inspiration from that. Like, what type of game is this?
Yeah, I feel like the frog sim is a fucking troll.
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I just have no idea what they're supposed to be making. And yeah, Team LFG is so fucking stupid. But hey, we got another studio, right? I mean, I'm not it is kind of weird right now maybe to be adding studios or forming new studios when like it's because PlayStation's doing it too, where they're like oh, we have to shut this studio down and we're laying off people, but then they're gonna go ahead and do this. I mean, you have like, well, it's not Xbox, it's Activision. I don't remember the name of the studio that they like formed a few months back or whatever. But it is kind of weird to like, why form a whole new studio after you just laid off a bunch of people and shut down other studios? But
yeah, well, they must have just been able to like. I mean, there's got to be like, I don't know, tax things or something stupid where it's like, I don't know, or you laid off a bunch of high earning people, so now you can afford to like hire people at a lower rate. I don't know, because that's what corporations love to do. They love to find out who's making a lot of money and then fucking fire him and then hire people for less.
True.
But yeah, Team LFG. We'll find out what their game is at some point.
In 3 years.
Yeah. And then it'll get canceled.
Mm-hmm.
or shut down after. Who knows? All right, so we're gonna lump these two things together because they're both from Rockstar. So there's rumors now coming out that two Rockstar games are gonna be getting remasters soon. Max Payne 3 and Grand Theft Auto 4. For the GTA 4 one, there is conflicting stuff that it's maybe more likely just a port and not an actual remaster that will play native to current gen systems.
30 frames per second.
Yeah, so I'm
4K.
like, why would they do that? I guess it's because that's apparently what they did.
Does it not like work on the Xbox One from like 360? Is it not like a playable game?
It's backwards compatible on the Xbox consoles, and I want to say no, it probably isn't playable on PlayStation. So this will probably, like, if it is just like a straight port, it is probably more because they want to be able to have it just playable like that. But I don't think it would be. I think it would be a remaster where it's like, oh, bump it up to 60 frames. It looks a little prettier. Same thing with Max Payne 3 because that one's just also like and that one's saying it's just a remaster. That one is backwards compatible, right? On the Xbox?
Yes, I think.
Yeah, it is. You can buy it. I bought it a while ago. It was like,
yeah, I bought it a
it
few
was
years
like
ago, yeah.
$5 or some shit like that.
I've never finished that game, and I've
never finished it either. Like, I never finished it on the 360, and then I never finished it like when I rebought it here on the Xbox One.
I don't know.
It was fun though. The bullet fucking mechanics in it are fun as shit.
Obviously, I think, well, maybe more for you and me, Devin, when it comes to the Max Payne 3. That's cool, right? But probably not as excited because if we want to play it, we could just play the backwards compatible version. Although I guess that 60 frames would be nice for a remaster.
That's the thing is that these fucking... I want to play these games at 60 frames per second. Like, I'm tired of having next-gen consoles and then they're like, oh, you got 30 frames. Like, get the fuck out of here with this shit. Like, make the games 60 frames per second, please. They look so smooth and buttery.
Yeah, it's funny because like I've been playing Gears of War Ultimate Edition on PC. It's 60 frames. It's not like higher than that, but like if you play it on the console, it can stutter a little bit, and then on the PC it just doesn't. Or like when I was playing Oblivion on the PC because I just wanted to see what it was like. Like I had that game running at 120 frames on the PC, and it's just, yeah, we need games to be running at least at 60 frames, which is why, like, for the GTA 4 remaster, the rumor, like that being rumored, I'm like, please let it just be like it's not a port, it's a remaster, because that would mean, they're gonna bump up the frame rate, right? Like that's what it has to mean. That's what you would think. And I don't know. Do you guys like for Grand Theft Auto 4? Like, is that like, I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on just that game in general?
It was fine. I guess I can go fucking bowling again in it. Was it Nico?
Nico Bellic.
Nico Bellic. Yeah, I never really played that much. I think I only played online with some buddies and shit. I was more of like, I was playing Saints Row mostly. Saints Row 2. A lot more.
Interesting. So, actually, for me, Grand Theft Auto 4 is my favorite Grand Theft Auto game. Uh, I love the character of Nico Bellic. I like his. Like, I know a lot of people were like, oh, they didn't like that it was like more grounded and not as goofy as previous Grand Theft Auto games. So that's why like GTA 5 seemed to be like more like was better received or whatever, because they try to bring that goofiness back a little bit, at least with like the Trevor character. But I don't know. I like the story a lot more of Nico and his, like, you know, he came from a war-torn country. He was a soldier, and then he needed to do stuff for money, so he did some stuff that he didn't like, where he was clearly like killing people for money or something, or doing, you know.
I mean, you've done a lot of things for money that you probably shouldn't.
Probably, but I will never say. Anyways, but yeah, I like his character. So like the whole like he's trying to do better for himself, but he just keeps, obviously, you know, he gets to America.
The Battle of Gay Tony DLC was really good too.
Well, see, that's the other thing too. Is yeah, the DLCs, the 2 expansions for that game, are just like.
Back when they used to do cool expansions.
Yeah. Like, other than Undead Nightmare, like, yeah, the Ballad of Gay Tony and specifically the Lost and Damned are just like, when you think of like the best like expansions to come out for games, those games, they all have to be like up there, like above pretty much anything else. Except for maybe, like, I don't know, the Elden Rings expansion or maybe a Bethesda expansion.
Yeah, but if you're, like, especially if you just think about that generation, like, for the 360 generation, those DLCs were the best. Like, Rockstar made the best DLCs.
Yeah, at that time, yeah. Especially coming out, like, yeah, at that point, where it's just, like, you're not, especially, too, like, you know, for console gaming, that wasn't like a thing that happened a lot up until, you know, like Oblivion and Fallout 3. And then you're like, oh, wait, we can get like more story for these games that we bought? Yeah, okay, cool. And so then they come out with these just
bangers.
Yeah, like just masterpieces of, and like I said, especially for me, because I'm kind of more into the biker stuff. Like Sons of Anarchy is one of my favorite shows of all time, probably like top 3, 2 if anything. So the Lost and Damned DLC expansion or whatever was, yeah, like that was like my favorite one to come out for GTA 4. When they did the Battle of Gay Tony, they tried to bring that goofiness back a little bit. Like there was some of that, like, you know, oh, get a tank and destroy shit kind of stuff and things like that. I think there was like not a jetpack, but something like parachute. I don't remember what it was exactly, but they were trying to bring the goofiness back a little bit. So yeah, if there's a remaster of GTA 4, sign me up. Hopefully they don't want, you know, charge fucking $80 for it. It is like, oh no, we'll charge $50, whatever, and it comes with the DLC. That would be even better. Like, sign me the fuck up. That's yeah, I don't know. I can't think of anything else to say. This is something I really want, specifically GTA 4. Like, that's what I really want, because I would legitimately play through that game again.
Like, I'll probably play it. I actually want to beat it. I see a lot of story stuff, but since I never really gave it a chance.
Well, the thing is, now that we're talking about it, I was like, you know what? Is it on Steam? And GTA 4 is on Steam. I might be willing to, because it's
it probably came out on Steam like last year.
Came out in 2020.
I know, I'm joking, because it comes out. They always come out like way later for PC.
Yeah. No. I mean, no. I was like basically like not reiterating, but yeah. You're like almost in a sense of, yeah, you're right. It came out fucking in 2020. The game came out. When did Grand Theft Auto 4 come out?
2009.
Let's find out.
2011.
No way. No. I thought it was like 2009. 2008.
Grand Theft Auto 4 came out in 2008.
Oh well.
Like I was in high school when this shit was out.
And so for it to like,
Talk
oh,
about it.
2020 the game came out for Steam, PC or whatever. Like that's kind of hilarious. Yeah, that's 12 years after the fact. Well, that's the like complete edition. Maybe like just the base edition came out before that, but I don't know. But yeah. I don't know, I'm looking at like it's on Steam. Maybe I might want to buy it at some point on Steam. $20, and it has all the DLC, so I could play it at 60 frames on my PC. Yeah, I'm definitely kind of becoming more of a PC guy now. I've been looking.
Remember when you used to shit on PC people?
Oh, I mean, I'm still shitting on them because they're fucking virgins. So, but anyways, all right, let's go ahead and move to the next thing. We got a few more things. Fallout Season 2.
December, baby.
Yeah, it's coming out in
Yeah.
December. It's wrapped filming, production, and all that stuff. Yeah, they've announced it's coming out in December. Not only that, but they renewed it for Season 3.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, I am...
Yeah, the actor that plays... I forget what the character's name is, but he said it can go like 5 or 6 seasons.
Yeah, he wants... Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, he's on
The guy that plays
armor.
like the power armor guy.
I mean, I would love for it... As long as it's good, I would love for it to go for about 5 or 6 seasons. Now, I mean, you know, that is a thing that we do have to be cautious. Like, you know, I'm like, oh, I hope we don't...
Are you even going to be alive in 5 years?
Haha, fuck
That's
you.
what.
I'm hoping that we don't get a repeat of... Because like I said, you know, I'm not enjoying the latest season of Last of Us. But the thing is, I really did love the first season of The Last of Us. Because I think that the story of the first game was really good. I didn't enjoy playing it, but I loved the story. So it translated well. And obviously, like, this isn't adapting a game, Fallout. But they did a good, you know, on their own, you know, a good story for that season. I'm just kind of wary. Like, I'm excited, but I'm like, please don't have another where it's like, oh, they start off strong and then it just like goes downhill. Because I mean that's happened with a few shows that a lot of people like, that they're like, oh yeah, their first like season is great, and after that it kind of doesn't. Like, the first season was where it peaked. That's just... I'm hoping that doesn't happen with this show, because I really enjoyed that first season. I have a review up on my on the channel about it. So, but they're going to New Vegas, so that's like everyone's... Yeah, right? That is everyone's favorite Fallout game, New Vegas.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Have you guys played New Vegas?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played it since the 360, but yeah.
Yeah, Mike, who hasn't played Vegas? Seriously.
Okay. So no. I don't know. You guys have any hopes for the new season? Or anything,
Yes.
like something?
Yeah.
No,
Excited.
I mean, it'd been cool if Matthew Perry was still alive for him to come back and voice act, or not voice act, but just like act. But
I don't know, it might have cameo
I
or
don't-
something. That'd be cool.
I don't think he could have been in the show, even if the actor was still alive, because
he could have done like a different. I mean, because like
just like a cameo
like
as
his
a different character.
yeah,
I think I was doing a cameo. Yeah.
yeah, he doesn't need to come back as the same character, but
Because yeah, his
if he
character's
just-
dead.
Yeah, like yeah. So if he just came back, because it's not like the character really looked like him, so you wouldn't be like, oh my god, like. But that would have been cool. But no, I mean, as long as it's good and fun. I mean, just because like I don't know, it's kind of hard to have wants because it's not really following like the game, so it's hard to be like, oh, I really want like this storyline to be followed. You know?
Yeah, I guess that's true. It's not like where like there's supposed to be that Gears of War movie that you're like, I hope it's just Gears and not something completely.
Yeah, like I
different.
hope it's Gears 1. I hope they follow like the Gears 1 storyline or whatever. So.
Yeah, this is their own thing, set in the Fallout universe. I know. I'm just hoping that it stays good and continues to be successful, because maybe then, this could lead to like a Elder Scrolls show by the maybe by the same people or something. I don't know. And I've been playing a lot of.
I think Todd Howard said he's like doesn't really want to do an Elder Scrolls show.
Probably not, because it does seem to like, if they were to do it, that it have to be set within the canon of the Elder Scrolls stuff. Because like the Fallout show is set within the canon of their Fallout, at least their Fallout universe. Because I don't know if the first two games are considered canon. I'm not sure about that one. Or maybe not the first two games. There's like Fallout Tactics and Fallout Brotherhood of Steel. But yeah, I don't know. I'm ready. Yeah, December's kind of a long time.
Yeah, when did I mean, I probably might have it up, but when did season 1 air?
When did season 1 end?
Or when did season 1 air?
Oh, air.
Isn't it all? They released it all at once, right?
No, it was week to week. I swear it was week to week.
Oh.
Did they release it all at once?
For some reason, I'm remembering like Fallout. I just like binged it.
Maybe you're right. Fallout premiered on Prime Video on April 10th, 2024.
Okay, at least it's only a year and a half in between.
Oh no, you're right.
Seasons.
You're right. It was all at once.
What was it?
Released all at once.
What was that first part though?
What?
That I was right.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, you're right though about
like
it being released. Yeah, I'm looking at the release date for the episodes. All released April 10th, 2024. So I may have to watch that season again. It was a very, very good season of television.
You think so?
So, I mean, they're most likely gonna just do that again, right? Just release. That's probably why we have to wait, even though they've wrapped filming and all that stuff. They're gonna release all the episodes just all at once again. I mean,
I would assume so.
Yeah, that's probably why we have to wait till December. I'm assuming, anyway. I don't know. But yeah, December of this year, Fallout Season 2. Alright, let's
And then 2028 for 2027 for season 3.
Maybe. Alright then, let's do these last few stories. Let's talk about Nintendo. So Nintendo making the news, but not making any friends. Or should I say, not making any pals. Fuck you guys, that was funny. Anyway, so first with this
if you just say it's funny, it's not funny.
Anyways, so first with this Nintendo stuff. So was this just with the Switch 2 or was with both Switch consoles?
I think it's with both.
So
because they're updating the terms of service.
Yeah. So did you guys get the email? Because I know I got it.
Yeah.
So if you recently received an email from Nintendo, they've updated their terms of service. There's a lot of jargon, bullshit, whatever. The gist of it is, if you do anything to, mess with your console, to do any kind of changes, they could just straight up brick your console. They're now able to basically check on your console at all times. And it's, if you do anything like try and mod it or anything like that, they'll brick the shit out of your console. They say it's, they're trying to prevent piracy and all this stuff. I mean, we know they hate piracy, so
They hate a lot of weird things.
Yeah.
It's not just piracy they hate. They hate, like, fan-made projects.
Yeah.
You could have some little kid with cancer, like, make a fucking Nintendo thing in his basement with, like, Zelda on his computer of, like, an animation project. They would be like, dude, fuck that kid. We're gonna get that project taken down and we're gonna sue his ass.
Yeah. Well, needless to say, obviously this isn't going over well. People are not enjoying that. Like, they're saying Nintendo's going to be spying on them and stuff like that. And I don't know. I'm kind of in the camp, if this is even a camp. I don't care. Like, I don't do anything to mod consoles like that, so I just
it's more not about the mod. It's more about, like, it kind of sucks for people, like, I don't know, if you just, like, your system's out of warranty and you find a video of how to fix your system, like your Joy-Cons, because the Joy-Cons are ass, and you're like, I'm just gonna try to fix it. I'm just gonna try to fuck with the Joy-Cons real quick. They could brick your system for that reason. That's the wild part to me. It's like, even if you're just trying to fix it yourself.
It's fucking stupid.
Okay, so I guess that would suck, but I mean, I guess at the same time, still, I don't care enough because.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not gonna be modding my system,
and I'm not gonna try and fix the Joy-Cons on my own or anything.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like if someone buys your system and they mod it, then I'm like, yeah, that sucks, but I don't know. Like, they bought it, so I mean, I guess if you mod a system, just never connect it to the fucking internet, so they don't have access to it.
I mean, that's the thing. If you're gonna mod the system, don't connect the internet to it, then, so they don't see it or whatever. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, like, they're gonna be bricking people's consoles, but I bet you people are gonna figure out ways, like, especially modders, they'll figure out ways to get around that. But for, like,
maybe disable that setting that pulls that information or something.
But for the normal people, like, if they decide they want to do something and then Nintendo bricks their console, that's where it's like, But again, I don't know. I just don't see it ever affecting me, so I don't care. But I do feel for if it affects someone. The thing I do care about, though, is Nintendo with their Sue Happy stuff. The other Nintendo thing is their ongoing suit against, it's Pocket Pair, right? They make huh?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's Pocket Pair. I don't remember the name of the company, unfortunately. But they make Pal World. So they've been recently in a lawsuit with Nintendo over, patent infringement and all this stuff or whatever, copyright stuff. So at first it was apparently just about the whole capturing a creature or monster, whatever you want to call it, in a ball, and then throwing that ball to release that creature. So when the suit started, Pal World actually, Pocket Pair released an update to the game where that wasn't a feature anymore. So when you actually summon your creatures, your pals, they just kind of It was a static summon. They just came out. While recently they just updated the game again to get rid of gliding on creatures. So now when you glide, it's just a glider or whatever. You're just, which I guess is now part of that lawsuit. But I don't understand how that. I guess maybe Nintendo, the HM Fly, they want to, that they're considering that as like copyright infringement with that or something. I don't. That one I'm not too sure why there would be the gliding feature would be something, but they did put out a tweet. This is kind of a long one, so this is from the Power World Twitter account regarding the lawsuit and changes to Power World and the future. We would like to express our sincere gratitude and appreciation for the continued support of our fans over the past few months. We apologize for not being able to share as much information as we would like, but we trust our fans understand how difficult it is to be fully transparent while litigation is ongoing. Currently, we remain involved in prolonged legal proceedings regarding alleged patent infringement. We continue to dispute these claims and assert the invalidity of the patents in question. However, we have had to make certain compromises in order to avoid disruptions to the development and distribution of Power World. On November 30th, 2024, we released patch version 0.3.11 for Pal World. This patch removed the ability to summon pals by throwing pal spheres and instead changed it to a static summon next to the player. Several other game mechanics were also changed with this patch. As many have speculated, these changes were indeed a result of the ongoing litigation. Everyone here at Pocket Pair, it is Pocket Pair. Everyone here at Pocket Pair was disappointed that this adjustment had to be made, and we fully understand that many players feel the same frustration. Unfortunately, as the alternative would have led to an even greater deterioration of the gameplay experience for players, it was determined that this change was necessary. Furthermore, we regret to inform our players that with the implementation of patch version 0.5.5, we must make yet another compromise. From this patch onward, gliding will be performed using a glider rather than with pals. Pals in the player's team will still provide passive buffs to gliding, but players will now need to have a glider in their inventory in order to glide. We understand that this will be disappointing for many, just as it is for us, but we hope our fans understand that these changes are necessary in order to prevent further disruptions to the development of Power World. We also want to extend our apologies to our fans for the discomfort and concern this ongoing litigation has caused. We remain committed to developing Power World and delivering exciting new content to our fans. On behalf of everyone at Pocket Pair and Team Power World, thank you again for your continued support. It's the end of the tweet. So yeah, they've had to make changes to the game. Huh?
It's a long ass tweet.
It was a long tweet, yeah. So they've had to make changes because they're being sued by
TLDR, dude,
by Nintendo and Game Freak and everything. Again, I've been saying this all podcast. Not going over well with people online. Nintendo, even though people want that Switch too, Nintendo's been doing a lot of stuff that not a lot of people have been happy with. And this is just another thing. So, yeah, I don't know. JJ, let's start with you. Just what are your thoughts on this? This right here, with Pocket Pair and Power World and everything.
It's just fucking stupid, man. Like a lot of those allegations that Nintendo is saying that they're copying, like the whole fly, the gliding thing. It's like, okay, well, might as well go for was it fuck is that fucking anime game that everybody likes playing? Fuck. They also have like a gliding mechanic too. Why don't they go after that?
Yeah, you're talking about the one that
Genshin Impact.
Yeah,
There you
Genshin
go.
Impact.
Genshin Impact. It's like literally the same thing as fucking Breath of the Wild, but they don't give a fuck. It's just it's dumb as shit. They go for. I don't even know if Genshin Impact is a fucking small company either, because I'm like, doing pretty good. It's not like they're doing horrible. But they go after Power World because of Pokemon. But again, Pokemon's the one that makes a fuck ton of money though for them.
Yeah, that one, like, yeah, Pokemon is. I think we've talked about it before on the podcast. It's like in the top 3 of the most successful like franchises or something.
Yeah.
I don't think it was number 1. It was like number 2, I think.
I thought it was number 1.
Was it number 1?
It blew everything out of the water. It was like the second place was not even fucking close.
Yeah, it makes a lot of money.
Let me look it up again.
Holding? I repeat, we're holding.
But I mean, it makes sense that they're gonna. Yeah, with yeah. Pokemon, $98.9 billion in total revenue. The next
That's
one,
it?
huh?
I said, that's it?
I know, right? It hasn't even made $1 trillion. What the fuck?
Pussies.
Mickey Mouse and Friends is the next highest grossing. That's at $61.2 billion. So a whole nearly $40 billion. Like, yeah, okay. So Pokemon is when it comes to media, this list of highest grossing media friends, it's the highest. So it makes sense why they're gonna go after it. But yeah. I don't know. It still sucks though. Like that they're gonna go after this smaller company, and like you're gonna have to change your game. So yeah.
It's like, God forbid anybody else makes some competition. Like, I don't know. It's like you don't see Call of Duty like suing Battlefield, like military shooter. It's like, I don't know. Like, things can be close and not be the same.
That's like what some people have been talking about. Was like, okay, you're going to like a game mechanic, you're going to copyright, like, and that's what you're going to sue them for. But it's like that'd be like id suing every shooter because like, oh, you're doing a first person shooter. Well, we made Doom and Quake and all those back in the day, and yeah, you can't do that. I mean, granted, this is a specific thing that obviously Pokemon is famous for, but yeah. But like, the thing is, there's been other games that have done similar stuff. Like there was that Temtem. It wasn't spheres. It was it was like cards, but you throw out the cards, and they're like in these digital cards or whatever, the creatures, the Temtems and all that stuff. So I don't know. Devin, you have anything else with this?
No, I mean, it's just Nintendo just being kind of fucking lame.
All right. I was putting a text real quick. All right. Let's move to these last 2 things. Let's start with the leaks of the Project Kennan. So we talked about this, I don't remember when, but there was the rumors of Asus and Xbox partnering up to do an Xbox version of their ROG, whatever you want to call it, Ally. Similar to how they had the what was it called? Like the Backbone, I think, right? There's like going to be an Xbox version of that or something. But then there was like an Xbox version of, what was that one? For the phones, I forgot what it was called. But it looks like it has like the Xbox button, and The buttons look more like it's on an Xbox and everything. So that's what this was looking like it was going to be. And so now we know for sure, yes, that's what it is. Because pictures of it just, leaked online. I don't know if, I mean, you guys have seen what the Ally and Ally X look like, right?
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you guys seen the pictures of this thing, but so it looks like that, except on the bottom. I mean, I'll put pictures up on the podcast. And when I edit this thing, like the hand, like I don't know, what would you call that? Like where your hands rest on the console or the controller, like they added those onto the actual Ally. It looks weird. Like it just looks like they just kind of cut off part of it to just make it more look like a controller was kind of jammed in there. I don't know. It looks kind of ugly. And then you can see like one of the buttons has like the Xbox logo, but it's just not painted yet or something. And then it just looks like there's gonna be this is an Xbox branded Ally.
Yeah. I mean, and that's just concepts. Who knows how long ago that leak was, and they may have changed things. Because we've seen it before where like stuff gets leaked out, like this is like the new PlayStation, then that ends up being like the dev kit. Like I remember like the PlayStation 5, they were like, oh, this is what it looks like. That's just like what the dev kit looked like. So who knows? I mean, it's definitely a thing, and I don't know. It'd be cool if like I would love if they brought back and did like old school, like when like you get like a GBA and you could see like the inside of your console, like that translucent shit. Ugh, that would just be a fucking top tier fucking aura for a handheld. It'd be like, look at this. It's this green, like the Halo Special Edition Xbox, where you could like see inside of it, like the original one. Like if they had made that color for a Halo hand or for an Xbox handheld, that would be fucking sweet. That's just
The
pie
translucent
in the
stuff is
sky
cool.
dream. Yeah.
So there was two colors in this leak. It's a white one and a black one. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna actually. I mean, that would be kind of cool if they do like a translucent green one. But I mean, they're probably just gonna do black and white if anything.
I know. That's just like the green would be cool. That's Xbox. That's your color. Do something cool.
Yeah, homage to the first Xbox, like the special.
It gets the people going.
I don't know. The thing is, so yeah. I mean, it looks cool enough, I guess. Kind of also doesn't, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's just more like I don't know if it says like the look doesn't really matter. It's more of like what it does. Like it needs to be more than just a PlayStation Portal. It needs to be something like it needs to be a Steam Deck essentially. I mean, like I don't see why it wouldn't be, but it needs to be that. And yeah, I mean, obviously be able to play like I don't see why it wouldn't like make sure like your Game Pass carries over to that to where you can play your games on that via Game Pass. Like obviously you need to be connected online, but yeah. I don't know.
All right, but yeah, this is it's cool for someone who's gonna want to buy it. I don't know if I'll end up buying it. I might want to get one, but we'll see.
I mean, I'll probably buy it. I'm a slut for new technologies.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. But so yeah, okay. You guys have anything else to add to that?
No.
All right, let's go
No,
ahead and
not
move to this
me.
last thing then. This to me was like the big thing for the past week because it's brought up a lot of Xbox hate and talk and what Xbox is doing in the future. Gears of War. They announced a remaster of the remaster Gears of War Ultimate Edition. It's called Gears of War Reloaded.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. So it's releasing August 26th with I'm sorry if anyone hears snoring in the background. There's someone's asleep and I cannot get them to shut up. So it's gonna release through Game Pass, obviously. It's gonna come to consoles, the Xbox consoles, Xbox PC. I don't know why it's saying that. Why Xbox PC? It's a very weird wording, not just PC. Steam and PlayStation 5. So the floodgates are opening. Forza was one of the pillars, I guess, but Gears now is going to PlayStation. So obviously that has been the biggest thing when it comes to this announcement. And there's obviously a couple talking points, but I just want to get your guys' thoughts on like just the announcement in general, and yeah, I guess it going to PlayStation. Devin, we'll start with you.
I mean, love that we're getting Gears this year. I mean, I feel like this pretty much confirms that Gears Eda is not coming out this year. I just don't see them releasing 2 Gears games in the same year. So that kind of sucks, but I mean, it is good that we're at least getting something. And I would have preferred, like, because we have already gotten this one remastered, like, we're getting into that, like, Last of Us thing, or it's like, it's been remastered already. Give us a remastered trilogy, not just the first remastered one. So it's like, it is good, but could have been better. Like, please remaster 2 and 3 now, for like the love of God. Like, please. Especially 3. Like, I want to play like Thrash Ball Arena in 120 frames per second and whoop some Sony fanboys ass online, because now we got cross-platform play. It's like, man, I just want to play Gears 3 again.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
But we'll get stuck with all the PS3 randos on our team, so.
Yeah.
What about you, JJ? Your thoughts on the announcement?
I'm excited. Like, more Gears for everybody. We already knew that was kind of happening anyway. But I'm excited. Like I said, I'm really playing with some PlayStation people and get them destroyed.
So yeah, again, like I said, there's been some few different talking points. There's the whole like, oh, Xbox is dying, discourse always coming out because this game is coming to PlayStation. There was somebody on a podcast, I don't remember who it was talking about like that this is things like this have caused developers to second guess whether they want to release on Xbox, but then they like retracted a statement, and there was other like insiders and everything saying like, yeah, this is definitely false. Like, they all want to keep developing for Xbox because that's how you make money. The more systems you could sell on, the more money you can make. But here's the thing that I was listening to, I think it's called Iron Lord's podcast, and they mentioned something or had like a talking point about this that I'm like, oh yeah, this it's hilarious with the PlayStation fanboys, because it was a couple weeks ago or last week that it came out that the top 5 selling games on PlayStation are Oblivion, Forza Horizon, and Sea of Thieves, I think. Now, forget Oblivion. That's, Bethesda stuff. But Sea of Thieves and Forza. Oh, I think Indiana Jones, not Sea of Thieves. So forget that one. But we'll go with Forza. like that being one of the top selling games on PlayStation is hilarious because of what has been one of the biggest things that PlayStation fans have said about when it comes to games on Xbox. They either have no games or nothing worth playing. And now that we see this, if you look on like, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is, all the replies are like excitement that is coming to PlayStation by all the PlayStation fanboys. And saying like, oh, I can finally play this banger of a game, whatever you kids say nowadays. And also, when's Halo? Like, that's the other one. So, I just find it hilarious that they were never truly thinking Xbox has no games. It was just them being kids that they just didn't want to play on Xbox. Period. And, but this also just shows that, like, Xbox is probably right to just start releasing their games on PlayStation. Because, I'm pretty sure Phil Spencer said it. They're never, they're not going to get these people that have PlayStation. That's it. This is where they want to play. So, you might as well just start selling your games to them. Because they'll buy them. They're going to buy them. And I think that's absolutely hilarious. But I don't know. I don't really have much else. The only thing that I am going to say that, like, we were talking shit about, like, Naughty Dog releasing, like, remastering and re-releasing The Last of Us a bunch. This is kind of one of those things where I'm like, really? You couldn't give us a collection. You're just giving us a remaster.
Yeah, what I was saying.
Of a remaster. Yeah.
That's one of my main issues. Because, like, it was rumored to be a trilogy, so I'm like, that's fine. You're going to give us, like, you're going to make Gears 1 look a little bit better than what the original remastered, but you're going to finally give us 2 and 3. So, I really want those. And yeah, like, to your Sony, like, to people complaining about, or not complaining, but just being like, oh, Xbox is dead. Like, no, this is Xbox's way of winning, because now they're going to sell more of their game. Like, Gears is, like, when these new games come out, like, maybe not the Gears trilogy, because people might be like, oh, it's a remaster or whatever, but like, even the games that are coming out, like, Indiana Jones is going to sell more than, like, Sony exclusives overall. And we talked about this before. Companies make more money off of the games. It's like Activision doesn't make consoles. They make games, and they make a ton of money off the games. That's why they don't make consoles, because they're like, well, we don't make we would make jack shit if we made it like an Activision box. Like, you just don't make money off the consoles. Like, it's just a way to get people to have a pre-built consoles now are just pre-built PCs. Like, that's all they are. Or they're just designed for this. So it's like, it doesn't matter. Like, and Xbox has realized that. They're just like, yeah, fuck it. Like, if people want to buy our system, that's great. Then they can have like, they get the advantage of Game Pass. But then if they want to buy, like, a PlayStation, or if they want to be on PC and not subscribe to Game Pass, fine. Like, they're just giving people more ways to buy their games and make more money, because that's how they're gonna make their money, and that's how they're gonna, like, Sony fanboys can be like, oh, we beat you in sales this month of consoles. It's like, who gives a shit? That's a sale of a console now is another possible person to buy a game. They can buy Indiana Jones. They can buy Gears of War. They can buy Forza. They can buy Halo whenever that gets released on PlayStation. Like, I don't know. Console exclusives now, it's like, it's dumb. Like, Nintendo still will do it probably till the end of time, but, like, I don't know. Console exclusives are dead. Like, you shouldn't do them anymore if you want to make the most amount of money possible. It's why Call of Duty's not, and why Xbox isn't going to make it a console exclusive, because they're going to want all the people to play it and all those people to do microtransactions.
You know what my thought is? That, like, they're still going to release, they're going to do remasters of Gears 2 and 3.
Yeah.
But they're just going to sell them separately so they can make more money.
I know. I know, but and then it makes sense that you're remastering it and giving PlayStation people, like, theoretically, like Jeff, JJ and I used to work with at GameStop, like, historically a Sony fanboy and, like, only would buy Sony-based consoles. So it's like you would give that guy his first opportunity to get introduced into the Gears ecosystem.
Yeah, yeah. Like he literally bought a Xbox just to play fucking Gears.
Yeah.
So like, but now since it's gonna be coming out to PlayStation, you just play on PlayStation now.
But it's also smart for them to do that, like sell their game, because we talked about, like, they raised the price on their consoles. Everything's getting more expensive. So yeah, I mean, you have the people who are like, I'm never going to buy an Xbox. Like, why would I want to buy an Xbox? So like, even now, even the people who are like, yeah, I do want to play those games. I do want to buy an Xbox, but it's expensive as fuck. I'd rather have my PlayStation. So now they could just go ahead and buy Gears on PlayStation.
Yeah, or like they're like, I can't afford to buy, like, I have a PlayStation 5. I can't afford to buy a PC or an Xbox now. Like, things are going up. Like, that's fine. Like, you have your PlayStation 5. That's all you need. And you're a potential customer now.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, if it ever gets cheap enough, I might be willing to, because it has cross progression. I might be willing to get it on the PlayStation 5 just to get a platinum trophy on Gears. Just to be like, yeah, I got to.
Yeah, I did notice what kind of sucks is supposedly the Xbox version isn't getting a physical release. I did see that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Kind of bummed.
But that's.
I was kind of bummed about that because I like just having those. I like having all of them as collector's items. Like, I have all the Gears games on disc, so it'll be kind of weird. Like, I'll buy it on PS5 eventually when it goes like on sale, but it'll be just kind of weird to have Gears on PS5 on disc, just to kind of have the collector's item. Because I want to have Gears of War Reloaded, like, physical, just to say I have it.
Yeah, I'm gonna end up buying a physical copy of probably the PlayStation 5 version, because if there's no physical version, oh well.
There's gonna be a physical for PC either, so it's just gonna be like, I'll just buy it for PS5.
But yeah, I don't know. You guys got any more thoughts on this?
Nope.
All right then. I think we can end it right there. So.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back to our regular recording and uploading next week. There's not as far as I can think, there's not going to be another holiday or anything. But yeah. So okay, that was episode 53.
I mean, yeah, next week will be fine, but the following week, I won't be able to join. I'll be out of town for Memorial Day weekend.
Well, that's something else. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. All right, so that was episode 53. I've been your host, Everett. JJ?
What's up? See you later. Take it easy.
Devin?
Take it sleazy. Keep a tight butthole this week, everybody.
We'll be back next week. You guys like what we do? Remember, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And until
Send
next time.
Send it to an enemy or someone you like.
Anything. Yes, exactly. But until next time, we'll catch you later.